Experience the joy of watching your friends and family's faces light up when you feed them wild game you harvested and made into delicious sausages, or meat you barbecue and grill with the finest seasonings available. Visit our friends at Waltons.com to find everything you need to turn wild game into tasty meat snacks or spice up your barbecue with new flavors and seasonings. With over 500 seasonings to choose from, there's something that everyone will love. They even have step-by-step videos and how-to articles at Meatgistics to help you go from animal to edible. Use coupon Rangers15 at checkout to save 15% on your first order at Waltons.com. Waltons, everything but the meat.
This is Matt Hicks with the Texas Rangers, and you're listening to the Ranger Report podcast.
The Ranger Report, yeah, the Ranger Report. You want the inside scoop? Listen to the Ranger Report. Oh, here we go.
This is the Ranger Report podcast. News, insights, predictions, interviews, and information about the Texas Rangers from the major leagues to the minor leagues. And now, here are your hosts, Ben Dieter and CJ Berryman.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Ranger Report podcast. I am happy to be joined today by Frisco Rough Riders pitcher Zak Kent. Zak, how you doing today?
Doing great. Great to be on. Thanks, Ben.
Great to have you back. I told you when I met you in Frisco at Media Day, but you're still our number one downloaded podcast of all time. So we'll see if you can beat yourself with this one.
I don't know how, but we'll try.
Apparently, you're popular in whatever circle listens to our podcast.
Yeah, they like a little country boy from Virginia, I guess.
Apparently so. But all right, let's start off. How are you feeling? We're about 2 months into the season now. So how are you feeling being in Double-A the whole time so far this year?
Feeling good. I mean, obviously the numbers aren't there right now, but I think each week I've taken a baby step forward, and especially after my last start, I think I took a pretty big step forward in terms of just throwing the ball over the plate. Because if you go look at the numbers, you're like 20 walks in 26 innings. Like you only walked like 28 guys last year. So it's been a little frustrating considering the spring that I had. I felt really good during spring. I had a lot of success and looked really good in spring, and then kind of came out. And first week was San Antonio, just getting back into the rhythm of things, went 4 innings, a few runs. And then ended up hurting my hamstrings, missed a week from that, and then came back from that with a pitch count and just didn't feel good on the mound. And then I've been trying to find myself from then on out. But I'm just trying to take it day by day still. I think I said it before when we talked before. I'm still trying to take it day by day, trying not to get too caught up in the future, trying not to get too caught up in the past. I mean, when you're not having success, it's hard to not do more. Or, beat yourself up. But I've been able to have a good group of people around me, family, and Jeff, and Rangers guys that I've been talking to that have kind of helped me. Hey, my stuff's fine. So other than all that, I'm doing really good. Baseball wise, it's still fun. I'm still enjoying it, even though I'm getting my butt kicked right now.
And I was going to ask you, right now, I know when you're in the minors, it's not always about wins and losses. It's about developing stuff. What do they have you sort of working on right now? Is there anything Jeff is trying to get you to develop at the moment?
Yeah, so I think right now my slider command to my glove side hasn't been the best, where last year I was almost on command. I can throw it where I wanted, where right now I'm kind of throwing it more bottom, middle of the zone. So it's getting a lot of fouls or a lot of like soft contact where it's just running my pitch count up rather than getting that swing and miss that I was getting before. So last start, I kind of found it early and then lost it in the middle innings. But for the most part, it's just continuing to use 4 pitches because Jeff and Jordan Teagues have told me, stop trying to be a 4-pitch pitcher. You have 4 pitches, so stop trying to force pitches in, like in weird counts and throwing like 2-0 changeups. It's like, no, you don't need to do that. Go back to yourself and use your changeup and your curveball to complement your other pitches rather than forcing them in situations that are getting you bad counts.
Yeah, I got you. And CJ has joined us. CJ, how's it going, man?
It's going. Zach, what's up, buddy?
What's up? How's it going?
Hey, man, I'm glad I'm here. I've been high on you since last year at Hickory. So I hope you just mentioned that because I've been telling people
Yeah, quick story. CJ is actually the one that got you on the podcast last time, and then he couldn't make it. It was just you and me, and he was really angry that he wasn't able to be on.
I was a little bit pissed off.
Yeah, he was a little bit.
Yeah.
So this time,
Well, I'm glad you're on now.
Yeah, this time he was running late, and I was like, "Oh, please don't miss the second one, CJ. Don't miss the second one." No, we just finished with question 2. If you want to take question 3, CJ.
All right. So, yeah, you're part of a really, really talented group of pitchers, bud. So what's it like working alongside, Cole Reagans, Cody Bradford, Justin Slayton, who's a guy that I'm watching a lot this year as well. He's the Zak Kent of this year to me. Jack Leiter, I mean, all that talent there. So what's it like to be working with that group?
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of have different things that make us good. Where we're like, I can't go out there and try to do what Jack does, and Slayton can't go out there and try to do what I do, and Cody can't try to do what Jack. We all have different stuff. So when we go out there and pitch, we're more so seeing how each guy kind of goes about the hitters, rather than like, all right, my slider is like this guy's slider, so I need to go like that. It's more like, all right, how is he attacking? Is he setting them up different? Is he going hard, soft, hard? How's he using his fastball? So we're kind of looking at that a lot right now. Whereas in last year, we were still figuring ourselves out. We didn't play any baseball in 2020. So when I played with Cody, Reagans, and Slayton last year, we were all still trying to get our feet wet back in some, affiliated baseball and some organized baseball. So this year, as we know what we've done in the past and what we can do, we're still trying to learn ourselves out here in AA. Because most of us, other than Reagans, me and Cody, we spent maybe a quarter of a season in AA. So we're still trying to figure out the league, still trying to figure out how to, play at the upper levels. I told Ben before, like, I've kind of had my own little struggles up to this point right now in AA. But, with those guys, we're holding each other accountable. We're all trying to go 5-6 innings and strike out as many as we can. But with as much talent as we have, I don't think that all 5 of us in the rotation plus Slayton on Sundays have hit like our full stride where, all 5 of us are going strong. We kind of have one guy goes good one week, next week, the next guy goes good. So we're going to be pretty scary. And I would say I think June is about where it's going to be, where we're going to be pretty scary this month and going forward. I think we're going to be pretty tough to handle as the rest of the season goes. We got our feet wet now, and we're all good to go. I think we're going to be pretty good going forward.
And what a lot of people probably don't understand, competition, especially on team, with the team, when you're coming up through the game, it's people are like, well, you would look at guys next to you and be like, I hope he has a bad outing or whatever. So that way you can be more successful with the ladder faster in the organization. But that's not the way in baseball, especially with pitching.
No.
You guys are rooting each other on and helping each other because it makes you and your teammates, your fellow pitchers better. So the more competition that you can have, the better you can be, is good for the guy that's next to you. So kind of talk about that and just like, maybe it is a little bit of a competition because we're all competitive people. You guys are competitive people, but at the same time, you're competing for each other's success, not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So last year, obviously we've already talked about this in the previous podcast where I was relieving and I just really wanted to be a starter. So I wasn't hoping that anybody did bad in front of me, but I was more so hoping that they did good so they can get called up so I can go into that position. Yeah. So it's kind of like that where we have right now in AA. It's like, hey, we know that our big league club is, obviously the big league club's playing well, but we want to get to the big leagues. We want to be a starting pitcher for the big leagues. So in order for us to get to AAA, it doesn't matter how well we're doing, they'll find a spot for us, but we also need people above us to do. I would hope they do well. They get called to the big leagues, so then we're able to go up. And then same thing at the lower, below us. We want somebody doing really well below us to push us up and so forth and so on. So it's better to be that way and have a good competitive environment in your organization rather than hoping everybody doing bad. And then you have bad chemistry. And then the same guys, the guys that are, are hoping that people do bad go up to the big leagues. Now you're hoping, in the big leagues, you're trying to win games. You can't be hoping everybody gets bad around you in the big leagues. So it'd be a very toxic environment and wouldn't be a good clubhouse kind of environment. So, what Frisco and the Rangers have done is instilled that the competition between each other, and hoping that, hey, if you go 6 innings, well, I'm going 6.1 and I'm striking out 10, rather than, oh, you went 6 innings and 4 runs. I hope next time you go out, you go 1 inning and give up 10 runs kind of thing. It's not like that at all. So it's really good. I would almost say it's kind of college-esque in terms of, like, you want everybody to do well, you want to win games, but it's not how it was probably in the past in minor league baseball, where you just hope the guy next to you does worse so you look better and you can move up kind of thing.
So speaking of guys that you've been around that they're doing better, I'm sure you keep up a little bit with the big club, but Sam Huff and Josh Smith, both guys you played with last year. Sam Huff is tearing it up in the majors, and Josh Smith had a pretty good debut. That was the game I covered the other day when Josh Smith had his debut. Yeah. So what's it like for you to watch guys that you played with, like Sam Huff, who's a fantastic catcher, and man, when he gets a hold of a ball, it's ridiculous. But what's it like to watch those guys now on that stage?
It's really crazy to me, because I've always been like, I feel like I don't belong here. And I know I belong here now, but before, like, I came from a small town to a small college, and now I'm playing pro baseball and I'm at the upper levels of minor league baseball. So it's always crazy to me. Like, I still can't wrap my head around that I played with Josh Smith, for, it wasn't many games, because we got called together and he was traded halfway through the season.
He have luxurious hair. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And it's just crazy to me. It's like he's big, like, I played him, like, I know him well. And like Sam Huff, like, in the off season, he was around Arizona a little bit, and then, CBA and everything, but I still talked to him, got to know him pretty well. And to see him tearing it up there, especially like how he was feeling at the end of Frisco, kind of trying to find a swing back and everything. I mean, it's just, and the dude flicks baseballs out. He doesn't hit baseball. He just flicks them. I don't know. The swing is dumb.
It's a short little swing, and it just pop. Yeah. There it goes.
It just looks like he has a toothpick in his hand. He just flick, and the ball comes off 110, goes 430 feet. And then with Josh, I mean, he's playing backyard baseball 24/7. He's up there, no BGs, got his gold wedding ring on.
Yep.
He's got his hair chilling. He's out there just playing some baseball. He doesn't, like, I don't think he gets too caught up in everything around him. I mean, I was watching his debut. He got his hit, and he's just staring. He's not even smiling. He's like, it's just another day for him. So it's like, those are the guys, like, they're grinders, both of them guys, and they're exceptional baseball players, and they're going to be really good for a long time, I think.
Yeah, Ben was covering that game. He was up in the stand, or up in the press box, and he was covering that. And Eli White made that insane catch. You would imagine, like, when you first watch it, you think he put his, he used the wall to get up and catch it, but he did not. That was all ups, man. All straight natural ups. He didn't touch the wall until after he caught the ball. So
Mavericks might be looking for some.
Yeah. Well, 11 feet in the air is where he caught the ball. So yeah. That's Duncan range. So what's kind of some things that you've been working on this year that maybe last year? Obviously you were still trying to kind of learn what's effective and what you can do to work to work against the opposition. And I know that's still the goal, is to keep figuring things out. But have you seen something that you can say, hey, this is something I can trust at a certain count, or this is something I can go with, or this is an attack or an approach that I can take? So is it kind of something that you've been able to go from year to year going, okay, this is my bread and butter, and this is what I can go with, and then you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so the whole off season that I had, stayed in Arizona, and just going through that, that wasn't fun while I was doing it, but it definitely was rewarding in terms of, now I have a fastball that I can throw at the top of the zone, and that's predominantly where I've been throwing my fastball, to like the top third of the zone, where last year I threw it at the bottom. So I'm finding that I can trust it more going up now, and I probably throw 45% of my fastballs to the top of the zone. And then, where last year I probably threw 20% of my fastballs, and continuing to trust that changeup that I've developed, and just being able to be more consistent with that. But I've attacked hitters a little more different, as I've been trying to be more aggressive to the top of the zone, and I wasn't getting there early in the year. So it's leading me to being in bad counts and a lot of 2-0 counts. And then I was trying to force a changeup in a 2-0 count that's my third pitch, and I'm in 3-0, and then I'm like, all right, like you got to find a way to get this guy out now. So I think that's where I ran into a lot of my trouble early in the year. Was I trusted it, but I didn't necessarily believe it would get the job done. Where now my last like few starts, I trust that my fastball is going to be there when I go up, and I trust that my slider is going to be there. Where before I was just hoping they were swinging that stuff because I was in bad counts. But I found that my changeup actually plays a lot better than I really thought it was, because the numbers say it's good, but I never threw it in the zone. When I did, it was like broken bats, weak contact. But it turns out weak contact's good. And that's what Jeff's telling me. He's like, dude, as long as you keep the ball in front of the outfielders, you're gonna do a good job. And I was like, okay, it makes sense, but how do I know that? He's like, I'll tell you how. Greg Maddox told me that. And I was like, okay. I was like, if that worked for Greg Maddox, it worked for me. Yeah. So I've had to be open to the weak contact, because that's a lot of the contact that I've gotten this year has been just weak contact and a few home runs, but most of the runs are coming off walks, and then the weak contact comes and scores them with 2 outs. So it's a lot of the numbers don't look good. I'm still pitching. I would say I'm pitching decent. I'm not pitching at any caliber that I should be by any means. I don't think I've even came out and pitched a game where I've had anything better than my like C+ stuff. And it's been pretty frustrating because I've been throwing my slider down the middle. It doesn't get any more down the middle than I'm throwing. If you go look at a chart and you click the slider, it's down the middle. So that's been frustrating. Where last year I threw it to the outer third and below the zone, like 60% of the time. Yeah. So I'm getting back to my ways, but
yeah, it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, my stuff's there.
Yeah.
My stuff's there. It's just I'm not executing it as I should have right now.
So I know you're starting today. Do you have any traditions or superstitions leading up to a start? Because baseball players aren't superstitious at all.
Now he's got a new one. It's talk to the Ranger report, right?
Yeah, I know. Hey, if I go here and punch, more than 10, I see if I punch 15, I'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, we'll be here, bro. We'll be here.
But no, not too much. I'm not a really superstitious person. I kind of go about my day. I mean, I'd hope to feel good on that day. I guess that's a little bit of it. But I just actually today, my dad said, I think it was John Smoltz. He was watching like MLB Network, and they asked John Smoltz what he ate before every game. And he said he ate pancakes because it's something that you can hold in your body during the day. You don't really, because on game days you can't really eat too much. At least for me, I can't. And he said he couldn't. Talking about John Smoltz. So he was saying that he had pancakes in the morning because it held him to about 3:00, and you have a little light snack, and then he would go and pitch. So today I sent a picture to my dad and I said, I'm eating some pancakes for some good luck. And he said, that's the way to do it. So I guess I'm starting to get a little superstitious as the year's going about, because I'm trying to find something that works for me. Maybe it's eating pancakes and it holds me, it holds me over to the game or something like that. But from general consensus, no, I'm not superstitious.
So what's been your favorite? Well, you heard it here. If he goes out there and kills it tonight, he's going to be on with us again next week. So, sure. All right. So what's been your favorite road stadium to play in, and why?
I would probably say it would be here. Even if I don't pitch well, or I do pitch well, doesn't matter. This place is beautiful. I was telling Ben that our hotel is on one side of a river, and then I think it's called like the Little Arkansas River, and then the river runs through the middle of it. And then there's a bridge, and there's just like art and walkways. It's beautiful outside when it's sunny, right across from the stadium. And then the stadium was built in like 2020, so it's super new. Everything's super nice. So I would probably say Wichita, but I really enjoyed being in Tulsa when we were there, because that field was pretty nice as well, and you could see like the city in the background. It was just hot. It was hot, and I wish that the PGA Championship was going on the week that we were there, because I would have gone and watched some of that. Oh, yeah. But it was there the week after. But Wichita so far has been pretty nice.
So are you guys ever tempted to jump in the lazy river at your ballpark?
Yeah. Oh yeah, last year I was in like 2 or 3 times during the season. I didn't really. I just asked Jeff when I got there. I didn't really know Jeff too well beforehand. I was like, "Hey Jeff, can I get Lazy River?" He's like, "Yeah, but if you do, you got to be 2 hours for a stretch." So I was showing up at like 11 o'clock on like 7 o'clock game day, chilling in the Lazy River with me and Cody Bradford. We just chill out there for an hour, get out, hang around, and then go about our day. But it's nice up there. But they actually told us this year that we need to talk to the staff first to make sure it's clean, because sometimes they have people have accidents in there. And I was like, y'all didn't tell me this last year. Was I like chilling in it when there was some matter floating around in there, or what?
Some fecal matter.
Yeah,
That's not good.
no.
That's great.
So I'm a little worried, now to get in it, but
The people
Now,
last year I was in it all.
So you're saying is people are getting a little too lazy in the lazy river.
Yeah, I guess, especially after those Thursdays, I'm assuming you
Yeah,
don't want to
those
be in
thirsty
the pool
Thursdays.
Friday.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Now you're making damn sure you ask them before you get.
I know, that's for sure.
And speaking of superstitions, I have them, but just to play fun with players like Ricky Vanasco, he released a video during the summer or during the lockout where he's wearing the same workout shorts that I have, exact same black camo shorts. So every time he starts that day, I let him know. I said, "Hey, buddy,
Nice.
I'm wearing the shorts. Let's go." So
That's pretty good.
just
That's pretty
kind of
good.
giving him some mojo from up here in Amarillo. So
Yeah, there you go.
good stuff. Good stuff,
All right. You got anything else for him, CJ?
man. He's killing it.
We've already hit him with the Whataburger question last time we had him on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, I had
so
Whataburger
to
last
talk
night.
about
Hold on. Go ahead, Zach.
to talk about Whataburger. So I had it like once, and I knew it was better than In-N-Out. I knew that. And then actually in Frisco, last week, they were like, "Hey, has anybody like tried the whole menu? We're going to do like a video thing. If anybody hasn't had the menu, we would like you first." I said, "I have not had anything but the regular cheeseburger. I took everything off of, just had the cheese and the burger." Like, well, all the stuff's going to be on it, but you can try all this different stuff. It was like this or that. So I was doing that, and I was like, I'm not a big fan of avocado, but I had the avocado bacon burger.
Avocado bacon burger.
Yep.
That thing was elite. It was elite. I had that. It was either that or the spicy chicken sandwich. And I mean, the avocado bacon burger blew it off charts, because I think it was the Texas toast part of it. I was like, wow, this is good. And then the Bob was good. And then I had the strawberry milkshake was good when I was trying all that stuff. But it blew. It was good. So
They're indoctrinating y'all. Yeah, they're indoctrinating y'all down there.
Yeah.
They're making sure y'all get your Whataburger. That's for sure. And I mean, I've always told people it's a place where I could go, and I've gone there with the idea like, okay, this is what I'm going to get the patty melt, or something. Then I end up getting the mushroom and Swiss, or or the buffalo ranch chicken strip sandwich, or it's a place where I say I can drive up, look at the menu, throw a dart blindfolded, and see
hit something good.
That's what I want right there. So Whataburger.
Well,
Zach, last night I had the double with jalapenos and bacon.
Oh, that's good.
That's good stuff right there.
All right, Zach. Well, best of luck on your pitching tonight. Hopefully you do really well, and we'll talk to you again next Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you all very much for having me.
We'll hold it to you, brother. We'll hold it to you.
No, but Zach,
I'll go out there and get one for you.
We're watching. We're paying attention. We like you, and we wish nothing but success for you. And hopefully you finish out this season really strong.
Yes, sir. Thank you all very much. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Always know I had your back way before anybody else did.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Zach. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Take it easy.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks for listening to the Ranger Report podcast. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, and at therangerreport.com.